Grand rising, good evening, beautiful, melanated, original, whatever you respectfully call yourself, people. It's your girl, Straight No Chaser with the Queen, here at the throne of Straight No Chaser with the Queen. So, y'all come on in here. So, we're going to talk about the Beehive scandal with all our blackfishing, the Russian models with their blackfishing. Okay, and what that means. Did y'all see it? Beyonce, good evening, people. Did y'all see it? I just was on another panel, and so I'm gonna piggyback because I was actually gonna do this video, piggyback off of this Ivy League where they have these Russian models, basically black facing, pretending to be black to do what? To make money. But I always tell y'all, they tell you, do not see color. See color. See color. Come on in here, beautiful, melanated, original people. How are y'all doing tonight? Like I said, I am going to get my schedule down pat after I move. I'll be done moving by the end of this month. But look at what is taken from us. Like I said on the panel that I was on, this is not just black fishing, it's wealth stealing. Because you could have black people play black people. They don't want us playing ourselves unless it's something derogatory. And it's not fair. We have already had this stereotype put on our backs as black people are not good enough. Our children see this stuff. This is why our children don't think they're good enough. We already have our black men and women, but mainly black men killing each other in the real streets, not the pretend streets, the real streets. Why could another black man shoot and lynch another black man the way a white supremacist would do? Because you have no value into your color. We have been taught not to have no value in us. So we don't see the value in us while everybody else sees the value in us. One moment. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Like, share, subscribe. We have to see the value. It's been a major trick. How do you make somebody a slave? How do you kidnapping? How do you kidnap somebody's mind? You make them think that they're not worth fighting back, or you put a fear in them to fight back. We are in the year 2020, getting ready to go in 21. We know this is a trick. We know we have been robbed. We are still fighting for reparations because things was done to black people. And we still have people making money off of our struggles. They don't like us to dress like that. Let me get to the picture. Hold on 1 second. Let me go to your comments. Hey, Brandon. Hey, everyone. Teresa. Hey, Pride Bentley. Let me see who else has been in the. Hey, Kathy. Glad you made it. Thank you, Kathy, for your donation. Thank you all. I had some people donating to me, cash apping me, so I appreciate it. It's appreciated. Like I said, I will get a stable schedule once I get moved in my spot. And we will be on there. I got another channel that is going to give a different side, because this is going to be my hardcore channel, and I'm gonna have my other channel, because we got to practice what we preach. We got to practice what we preach. So we have been taught not to see value in each other. We have been taught not to see value in nothing. Black, while they right, that is valuable for black people to kill each other. They need organs. They need jobs. What do we provide? They have forensic jobs. After they killed it, somebody have to clean up the crime scene. somebody, the police, ambulance, all of those are jobs. We know that everybody can be in those positions, but we know it's predominantly them. That you got the coroner, you got the detectives, you got the police officers, you got what? Who else got their hands in the pot? You know,
you got everybody, the bondsmen.
Good evening. Yeah, you got the bondsmen.
You got the lawyers. Everybody.
Yeah, you got the lawyers. Good evening, Lillian. You know, you got everybody hand is in the pot. But black people don't get nothing. Our hands are tied while we sit in the pot. Then I tell you, they keep us down low at the bottom of America. They dig us up when they want to. But let me show you something.
I gotta go to the store.
This is what they got us looking at, because what they selling sex. They not selling sex for a white woman, which they are. They say they're in Russia. They're Russian, right? But they're white, right? I didn't pull up the real pictures. You know, we're gonna leave this here while I talk. Yes, the funeral homes. But and then one of them had the audacity to say that it's no problem because she's not culture appropriating, because what's wrong with admiring another person's culture, because we can't even be ourselves. And she was like, somebody said, what did they say? One of them said, oh, black women try to be white, wearing white women hair. First of all, everybody comes from the black woman. Coarse, or what you want to consider nappy hair, is just not the only trait of a black person, melanated person. That is what you are taught, because it's a stereotype. We are all in this white supremacy soup pot, and we don't even realize it. Even some of us who are woke are still in there. We are the produce. If we started at the top, we are the producers of every human. White people straight hair is just one of the traits of being a person, of being gene passed down from black people. It's just that you have no melanin. If you knew what melanin was, melanin makes the hair draw up. So you cannot sit up here and ostracize us, stereotype us, make us wear our hair straight because it made white people comfortable. We didn't have a choice. There is history that we straightened our hair when we felt like it, and that's why we wore braids, protective styles, because that's our hair. It was not a style to monetize off of each other. We monetize when we braid each other's hair. These people have nothing to do with our culture. That's why you have to see color. This is why it's not educationally. I'm sorry that we have to say it, but we are different when it comes to black and white. And you have to, why we different? Because you see this pure ridiculousness right here, where you painting yourself to be another color. You're doing your hair, you're wearing wigs so you can look a certain way. But the thing about this is the difference with willingly doing it. You're getting paid. I'm responding to one of them that they wrote in a post that they don't understand what's wrong with it. What's wrong with it is that we have never even got reparations for having to wrap our heads, for having to have to hide ourselves in order to get jobs and everything. You are only doing this to make money off of something that we were ostracized for being ourselves about.
How you can get paid for being yourself?
If that ain't robbery, I don't know what it is. And then the little black girls, the little melanated girls that's looking out here, when this is advertised, especially on Beyonce's site, it puts us back in the state of we're not good enough, because this mess has always been put in front of us to make ourselves white, to make white supremacists okay with accepting some black people, but not all of us. And then you paint yourself, you spending money to paint yourself. We were forced to only wear one hairstyle so white people could be okay and give us jobs. This is a history of racism. We're not talking about slavery, because remember, we only just was able to vote. What, maybe 40, 50 years ago? What made us not able to vote? Because we were black. We were only able, why were our towns burned down? Because we were black. How can you not see color and then you go out and use color to make money off of the same people that you're holding back to make that money? Why not have black people? It's always been robbery. Salutations to you too. You know, it's crazy. It is so crazy how, but you know what, black people? We're going to have to stop accepting some stuff. We're going to have to stop accepting it. Because even I was on the other panel in Constance, she said they didn't even get the light-skinned woman to play this. You see what I'm saying? They don't like us. They don't want us. They want to use our characters in movies. The only time they use real black people is they want us to play crackheads, angry, this and that. Or, you know, they wouldn't even let the black man, Elris Elba, play James Bond. They wouldn't let him play James Bond. They said it wouldn't be right. It wouldn't look right. You don't see color, remember? That's what, and when I say don't see color, because that's the saying out there now. We have to see color. We got to get on unity. We got to start sticking together, people. Because then look at the style. Look at the style of the poses. I don't see black women posing like that no more, but that was a pose I think we did a long time ago. Brandon Cruisen said, that's facts, Queen. They ain't trying to hear what we saying, how long we had the government, and they have yet to do anything for us. The government is useless as hell. That's right. That's right. But we have to know that. When are we going to get on code and stop acting like our lives okay? Stop acting like if we go to work every day and get the best jobs and get all the money, it's going to save us. Because no matter how much money that we got, if you get one of these race soldiers that pull you over and shoot you, your money meant nothing. They got us playing this game. We need money to build our own spaces so that we can rebuild buy our communities that belong to them, because it's run down anyway. We have to play the game they play with us. What is that game? Buy rundown communities and invest in them. We got too many black people doing stuff too much. We giving out everything except for in ourselves, because if we go ahead and do stuff with each other, that money will bounce around with us. Because right now, what you stole right here is the image of a black girl seeing herself. What you stole right here is the actual paycheck, especially with a chance to work at Beyonce's company. Remember, people, we're the ones poor working the jobs, looking at people like me and y'all looking at me. We're looking at the people before us. We're the ones boosting and building people. That's why I tell y'all all the time, I appreciate and I thank you for your support. We have to understand, people, we're the ones making the stars the stars. We make that. So when we make the stars, how come the stars, I'm not saying Beyonce probably don't know. You know she's a big star. This woman got lots of companies. She around. She lead people. You know, this is how this happens in the government. When the government passed down all this government welfare, because everybody, even the white people, got welfare. All these colleges, all this stuff you see is welfare, is handouts from the government. Trump is a welfare king because he got nothing but tax breaks. You know, government is giving you something. I don't care how they wrote it on paper. You're still getting away with getting millions of dollars. You know, so they're taking away opportunity. They're taking money out of our pocket. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what we don't never get a chance to get these positions, to get the money that we need so that we can get some strength, to get some power where we can start buying up things for ourselves. If we buy things for ourselves, then we won't have to wait for them. They blackfish the beehive. I don't believe Beyonce had to know, like, okay, there's some Russians, they're gonna pose in blackface. You know that that's probably not what happened. But when you got people that's running resources with their own intentions, this is the stuff you get. When you got people, like what I said, when the government passed down resources, it wasn't allocated to us. Just like right now, we know about the tax break, we knew about the stimulus, but we didn't get it. They passed out. The same $1 million businesses got the same $1 million from the stimulus, and we all got robbed, black and white. But white people who are racist don't see that. You don't see that your life can be better if you stop your racist ways, because eventually a balance is going to have to come. There was once balance before white supremacy. That's why there's enough in this world for everybody. White supremacy tells us to buy all this, stock up all this food and buy all these businesses and save money you're never going to spend, and watch another person starve and be hungry and wait for the other people to donate. We got to get out the mindset that has been given to us by our enemy. Our enemy tells us that this is okay, and until we stop it, when we see stuff like that, and it's not against Beyonce, but that's when everybody black needs to know, hold their dollars. Why? Because you don't want them. These are same white people. These are race Russians, right? The Russians, they're white. I keep telling you, it's still on. You know the race by the way it looks, and even though they're all the way in Russia, they're still with the white supremacists. They don't care about our struggles. It's always, every time black people say our struggles, they say, but this, but that, this and that happened. That you had a chance. When did our chance come to start? When we did have our chance to start over, you robbed us and you took our lands and stuff back. You gave us bad seeds to farm. Hold on. I see Bentley say, what happened to her wrench? Hold on. It should be on there. You know, YouTube probably tripping. It should be on there. Kathy said she see it. But look, we got to be the ones that's tired of it. I don't even hardly watch TV no more like I used to. I do watch my shows. I like my little Married to Medicine and stuff. We're normal people. We want the entertainment. And we're all going to always be different. The problem is we don't get a chance to be different among each other. White people have the same. Let me tell you something. Do you know white people got the same problems that black people have? And I'm talking about as in family. Everybody hurts. People got rapists. People got murderers. That's what I'm saying. The difference is, along with having normal problems, we have a white supremacist problem. We have people that come and intentionally hold us back. Did you not see them burning flags and stuff at the black church the other day? The so-called Proud Boys. Did you see them burning the flags at the church? And did you see? No, I'm going to do another video about that. Hold on. Did you see them burning the Proud Boy? And you seen no police. They marched. They went to a black church. They tore up the flags and they actually set it on fire. What the hell is up with these pink people and fire? Where's my bag? Why in the head? Where's my petty bag? You know I got the petty bag. Why the hell Billy with the magma hat always got some lighters and matches or tiki torches or something in their hand? They were burning crosses. Now they burned the Black Lives, and I'm not into the Black Lives Matter because we know it was hijacked, but I know the meaning. But how do they continue? Then they burn it in front of a historical black church. They always desecrate anything that we know is holy. We don't even know our own people that they're digging up. They desecrate our people graves. They have no respect for us whatsoever. And they have put that same no respect energy into us where we have no respect for each other. It doesn't make any sense. Somebody said that damn dog. It is. It's Billy with the magma head because it's like angry. You know you can't call them. These are my cracker puppets. You know what I'm saying? The saltine ones. You know what I'm saying? You got Billy with the Becky with the Karen with the telephone, Billy with the magma hat. They was marching the street, burning. And then you get these same people go dress up on blackface, and then they go get money for being the same in culture appropriating the same people us that they don't like. Why do Karen with the telephone call the police? Because she's hoping that the police come and do what? What is it? Because you have used the police as a weapon. It's like if we fight, we could slap each other. They don't slap us. Their slap is let me call the police. How they got to set they don't go after, they don't talk about white supremacy because they would talk about them and they don't like the way it feels. And because they don't care how we feel, they don't sympathize, and they don't teach us to sympathize with each other. They got us all thinking, oh, you're all equal. Stop complaining. You had a chance. Love America. What has America done for black people but allow racist white people to hold us back? I'm not saying it ain't no rich black people, but statistics. Let's talk facts. And that's for anybody out there, no matter what color you are, even if you're melanated. Fact says that we don't own in the whole United States of America, with all of these black people, all of these inventions, everything that we have done. We know Henrietta Lacks, we have this, we have that we don't own, but 0.1% of the businesses. Foreigners. And the reason that we say foreigners, the immigrants, they own more businesses than us. You see it in your face every day. So that's why there's a problem with this, because we see our black woman Beyonce, and we all proud. Black people, we used to be proud when the other black person made it, because we knew we were on code at one point. Because when you made it, that means I knew you were coming back to get me, because there was nowhere else for you to go. But now white supremacy has let you in. They done took off the whites only signs and the backdoor signs and let you in, but they treat you like shit in their spaces. But yet it's still better than being with us, who they have turned into machines against each other, killing machines against each other. Somebody said that petty bag though. That I'm saying. Somebody said, don't worry, Queen, their white heaven on this earth is about the NRA. Seen this in my dreams. I dream some weird reason are never wrong. Me too, Blackfoot. That's why I said I'm the ancestor whisperer. Because thank you, Black Will Rise. Thank you. Appreciate you. That's why I say I'm an ancestor whisperer. I mean, I'm gonna do my other channel where you get to see a little bit of family stuff. But I say I'm making my own reality show with showing us how we can work together, because I think being an activist, you have to start inside your house. You have to start in where you're at. Most of us want to be activists. We want to jump out there and we want to fix problems that's way across seas or way across another city. And it's okay to get in together. But that same energy that we yell for Breonna Taylor and all that same energy has to emanate in our houses. You know? But they make sure that they give our people a space now so that we won't take the wealth back to us. Because had we been using this past 100 years of wealth, if Beyonce and everybody was on code, it would automatically know everybody black is getting hired. And it can't be that white people are not left out, because every corporation, 99% of the corporations are owned by white people. So you have opportunities. That's why you give yourselves more and more opportunities. That's why now you own 90% of the businesses. Why you let the people who run the banks and the resources are racist, and they leave us out of opportunities, and we're forever figuring out. Some of us are just learning how to make online businesses. I'm learning. I'm just learning about YouTube. But like I was saying about the dreams back then, I had my family, I always was young, and I guess now I know it's talking to the ancestors, but I've had dreams, and that's why I'm talking here. That's Blackfoot. That yes, it's coming to an end. That's why they're trying to hold on to the last leg. They hoping that they can hold on to another 100 years, because in another 100 years, maybe they'll break all the blackness out of us. You know how we used to be when we used to watch In Living Color, and we used to watch A Different World. You remember our black shows? We didn't even see how they was getting rid of them. And to this day, we can turn on some of the oldest white shows. We pay the same cable bills, and we'll have to dig through 100 channels before we get to a black channel. And then our shows are buried. But yet we'll always see they old white traditional shows, and they have no problem, because they don't care about seeing us in a comfortable space. Because when we take the money and bring it back to our spaces, we will no longer need them. They need us to be the victims. We have to understand we are the victims, but we don't have to be weak victims. Yes, right. We are the only people that our own government drop bombs on move on. Black Wall Street. You know, we got to start doing business. We got to start finding a way to get along with each other in some. And see, the thing about us as black people, as soon as we get mad at each other, we're taught to go to the extreme and really don't talk to each other, hate each other to the point where that's why we kill each other this quickly. The difference with them, they kill each other because they have actual problems. They know we weren't quick to kill each other. So they had to put in some stuff. They had to put in guns and drugs and alcohol. And they had to keep that stuff flowing in our neighborhoods by taking opportunities from jobs and stuff from us, so that we'll be in this one state of mind, survival. And when you survival, like if I'm sitting here and I'm in survival mode, you tap me on the shoulder, I'm probably going to turn around and jump. And if you know, that's the mode they got us in. That's the energy we're producing in our communities. We're not producing a community of peace and thriving and teachable and loving. We're producing a community of surviving. So, you know, like when the lions are out in the and the gazelles and the animals, they're born. Soon as the baby is born, boom, the baby is born running. That's how we have been now for the past 400 years in America. You know, they can't, because once we become independent, there is no more police jobs. There's no more, I'm protecting. What the hell are y'all protecting? Themselves, white supremacy. We all see this. Even white people should see this, because it doesn't take a rocket scientist. How come we got to keep making excuses that black people are the only ones constantly being murdered by white cops? They say we so bad and they fear for our lives. They fear for their lives, but you don't never see no black cops killing white cops. I mean, white people. And when they do, they're going like that. I do too. But we have to think like chess. I was saying we got to think like chess. We got to start buying land and thinking of, hey, we like to travel, right? We travel to go see that stuff. If you bought land somewhere and that's your black mall, then we should, and then somebody next to there could get black hotels. We need to get into land, hotels, malls, because in a mall you could put a black barbershop, beauty shop, a black clothing line, or an online drop-off pickup place for black businesses, black restaurants. We haven't been taught to think that way. We've been taught to get up and go merge ourselves into their corporations, hoping with our resumes and our hand they'll pick us. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop being mad with each other where we won't do business with each other, because white people all don't get along. You know what they do? The white people who hated racism still did business with the white racists who hung and lynched black people. That's why I never got stopped. That's why they never turned each other over. Because some of the people who wasn't racist, their daddies and their grandparents, their aunts and their sisters was. Some of their aunts and sisters and grandparents would go commit murders and lynchings and come home and eat at the table. But because they're white and they love each other and they gonna cope, they're not turning their parents and stuff over. You know, I'm really trying to do something. I'm really trying to hopefully get a plot of land, you know, and then we can have this thing called aquaponics. I done put it out there. I've asked many black people. That's what I was trying to do, is like we can start producing food that we can feed our own homeless black people. We can start taking away some of the burden that makes a person rob, steal, or kill. What is it? Roof over your head, food in your stomach, clothes on your back, shoes on your feet. The reason that is not sufficient anymore is because now society has us embarrassed to be poor when they made us poor. And now we won't wear certain stuff. We won't wear shoes just because we need shoes. We won't wear clothes that keep us warm. It has to have a style. And if we see a black person without a style, we laugh at them now. So now we have a problem with being embarrassed about the struggle that they put us in. And that shouldn't be. We got to find a way to stick together. I want to produce land and we can start giving out food. Because once you got a land, they can't take no more. They can't tell you how much to build on your land. Some places they want to control that. They building codes and stuff like that after they done built everything. You see what I'm saying? But we get a place, they can't tell you can't. Why can't we? Don't even think about getting a plot of land. I don't care if it's just weird. If we got to get a plot, because they done took up all the land. Some land is in between a whole bunch of white businesses. We need to get a plot of land, build maybe tiny house neighborhoods. But the problem is we don't even want us in our neighborhoods because we don't even know how to live among each other. We need to start re-educating our hood. That's why I'm here, because the people from where I'm from, I'm hoping I'm being an example, because I know where I'm from. Now, I ain't got to prove nothing to nobody. But when I do my other channel and I start doing some behind the scenes, you'll see. We need to stop trying to do stuff to prove and do stuff to help each other. We got to find ways to communicate and not just throw each other off the cliff when we deal with white supremacy every day. We give up on each other, and every day we deal with white supremacy. And them white people, like I said, they might not agree with white supremacy, those that's racist and those that's not racist. But at the end of the day, they still go and eat among each other, and they don't turn on each other. You don't see them shooting each other over nothing. When they do fight and fuss, it's usually over money. We got to get to the point where we're not just taking out all that money is being wasted. Black Lives Matter, I heard tonight, raised billions of dollars and it ain't touched the black community yet. The black community still struggling and getting beat by the police, still getting shot by the police. We got to have safe spaces. That's my thing. I had put out, I have something written up. I have something I wrote, and I had to GoFundMe. I told you, and I'm looking for the land. I still got to GoFundMe up. I just ain't boosted, and I had it for 20 million because the whole point was to try to buy plots of land that's empty so that we can have territories, and then in those lands we start building. And the point of those lands are resources or places that black people are going to come and build, and so that other black people can come do business. And no, we're not going to leave white and other people out. If you want to come to, say we have a black mall there, y'all could come and shop. That's the whole point. We should have our own spaces to do business so that we can get some of this money that bounces back around back in our pockets. But nobody does business with the black person because that's how it was meant to be, to keep us behind. So black people don't do business with black people. We got to stop this Beyonce, this culture appropriation stuff. Our stars and our black people have to get educated and understand they don't know what has been taken. A lot of us don't know what has been lost and taken because the powers that be controlled the education. Everybody thinks that slavery was about people getting beat and made to work for free. And it was deeper than that. It was a stripping of the culture of us. Left here, foundational black people here in America, whose grandparents were wiped out of history for the good of white supremacy. So it's not fair to see blackface. It's not fair because the difference is we were forced. Those that was light skinned and got it lucky because white supremacy came with the paper bag. White supremacy didn't like our hair. We had to wrap it up. We had to straighten it. So we not looking a certain way. We just style with what we got. That's what we are. You put something else, we style. But when you got them judges with them stupid white hair and stuff, you're mimicking black people. When they wear the beehive up here, you're mimicking black afros. You go tan and you're killing yourself. We don't tan. I'm going to teach you if you don't know. Like I told you, I study what melanin is. We get dark because of the melanin starts coming out our skin. It's a chemical. It's for sale. There is no part of the white person that you can Google right now and look up and say how much they are a gram. But black people, I promise you this, and I'm not lying to you, white, black, whatever, Chinese, you can Google melanin. It's worth almost $400 a gram. A gram. That's me and you. Where does melanin come from? Only people who produce melanin is me and you now. And when two of us get together, we produce melanin. White people only wanted to mix with us because they only wanted a certain amount of melanin produced where they're comfortable, where you look almost like them, white, but not dark because they're fear for their life. If you're too dark, but you're the universe. We're the universe. We should be proud. We should be boosting. We used to. We were the only two-parent household because we were us. We didn't have to go around saying black power because the whole world was black until one person yelled. What did they do? Let me get my petty bag. You heard an echo. White power. And it went from there. Why would you say white power when nobody was against white people? There is nowhere in history when nobody was against white people. There is plenty of history that we helped white people. We were there, and the history short. And where history gets fuzzy is when our brothers and sisters of the Caucasian race turned on us for greed, and they have put that greed energy out, and it's been going ever since, and we have not put a stop to it. They have put greed over nature and balance. We gotta yes, melanin is worth more than gold. Y'all don't even know how they're going to space. The rockets got to be coated with melanin. There's millions of black people missing. They won't let you in Area 52. I tell my husband all the time, why? Because it's probably filled with black people. That's where all the black people missing. That's where these people getting these melanin shots from. They obsessed with us, and we have to admit that and protect ourselves. We have been taught not to protect ourselves so we could be sitting ducks. And look what's been happening to us. We got culture appropriation. We got white on black killings, backed up by the U.S. government, backed up by white people in blue suits saying blue lives matter when ain't nan one of them was born blue. We got to get together, people. This is a rip off. I got y'all. That's why I say y'all know. I don't know if y'all. I got lots of grandkids, little girls and little boys. I don't need my chocolate granddaughter looking at this crap, this pure ignorance, and hoping to be this when she will never be that. That's what we went through from our 80s and 70s and the 60s babies, because white people made it where we wasn't good enough, and that is not a good feeling. And now I'm so glad that I can see us walking around with the afros, because I remember it was a point I used to see my mom in an afro. I used to see them with the leather coats. I used to see my father in them, and then it seemed like it disappeared and everybody had straight hair and pale faces, and now it's coming back. But the difference is, it's nothing wrong with it when you got a choice. We were forced to wear straight hair. We were forced because of ideology of another race called white supremacy, which is racism, forced us. We didn't try to walk around and be white. We are the makers of blonde hair and blue-eyed children, the Aboriginals in Australia. You don't even know Australia. They just did Australia. Australia is just as wealthy as Africa. That's one thing we never talk about because y'all associate Australia with the crocodile hunter. But you don't understand, when they invaded the black race, they invaded melanated countries and places all over the world that we were already at. The melanated people in Australia are still there. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Science say we are the first people everybody came after. We are humans. They are mankind, and they have been mad ever since. We are worth more than gold. We are the universe. They don't know why we produce what we do. They always experimenting, but you wouldn't have to had you not invaded the universities. That's why they come over here and make skyscrapers. They got the obelisks from Africa, all the skyscrapers. They tried to outdo, they made competition where there was no competition. What you seen in the greatness of black melanated people was God given from the ancestors from the universe. But yet the pale people had a problem with the God-given universe, and they have been wreaking hell on us ever since. They build their schools, but it's mimicking the schools they burned down in Africa. They build their cathedrals, but it's built from the gems and stuff they stole off the pyramids. The pyramids did not look like that, boo. The pyramids aligned perfectly up and top around the Orion's belt. It's right, I think, in the middle of Earth. It's perfect. They don't know how it was built. It was built with unity, something that they don't have. It was built with everybody. It was lined up. The pyramids were titanium and gold and rubies. That's why the Queen Elizabeth and all that, the Vatican is not as big as a block. It's considered a country. And all the hidden stuff is in the Vatican. You see these people walk around, and I look at it all the time, and they not shamed to wear stolen goods that they know is stolen. They're just giving back articles to Africa. France just giving back certain stuff. They stole stuff and paid us to see it and paid each other to look at what we stole. The pyramids did not look like that. That's the result of robbery. And the only people who did it were white supremacists. But yet they have a problem with their history. And yet you want to act and dress like us to make money? Come on. I'm getting us a plan together. I don't know everything. And when you don't see me on here, like I said, y'all stick with me. What I'm doing is I have to move. I got 7, 8 grandkids. At the end of this month, I'm going to be in my place. Once I be in my place, I'm working on a plan for you. And I hope that everybody that say they ready to do this, to do that is really ready. Because it's going to take a mindset. Because we got 2 jobs. We got to live in this white supremacist world. And then we got to build our own world again. That's what we don't want to admit. It's going to take 2 jobs. But if we do it together, I love what Melanated Butterfly said. If we do it together, the energy is magic. Do you see? I'm gonna start getting some of my friends on Facebook, they go overseas and they have so many pictures from the museum. People, we had toys. We had the wagons. We had so much. It's so much that that's why they kept it from us. Everything you see the white people build is a replication of what they burned down in Africa. And I say Africa, but it's all over because we merged out of Africa and took our talents and our intellectual property all over the world. They are ashamed of their history. It went up. They are ashamed. But they're shamed and then they put it on us. That's like if you raping somebody and raping, you know how let's talk about you raping somebody. What the rapists want to do? Silence the victim. Then they come up with stupid stuff. We know that they infiltrated the Hillary and Trump election. How? They put out propaganda. So that's a tool they know to use, but that's the tool they've been using on us, propaganda, for the past hundreds of years since America. Like I said, it was a point where I seen afros and stuff. My mama them this, and then it went down because it wasn't okay to be black, because black is powerful, black is beautiful, black is lovely, black is spiritual, black is energetic, black is what we are. And I don't mean the word black. I know I'm used to everybody. We got so many black people who's too woke for their own wokeness. I know we not black. We melanated. Every word we say right now is owned by the white man anyway. I don't want to be so woke that I'm so out of tune that we cannot stick together. So woke will we keep being against each other? I don't have the energy for it, because I gotta read and write. I gotta read. I want to come up with a new constitution that we can introduce, or certain ways that we can do something. But it's going to take us standing on our own land. When they say, where the black people at? Oh, they on this part of their territory, because we might have to buy land all over. Y'all that's up in one place, look what lots and stuff is empty. That's why I had to go fund me for 20 million, so that we could start buying stuff and then have a plan once we get the land. Not just like all these leaders come out here and say this, say that. You know how we do. Y'all ever been in the projects and you got a bunch of children, you got to cook noodles and you got to cook this, you got to stretch the meal. We know how to do that. We got to make sure our people, like I told our people, what our leaders have been slacking on is that we don't have no place to take our people. We taking them to the streets to be sheep to slaughter. Didn't them crazy ass Becky and Billy out there, come on, ready for the riot, ready with their tear gun. We are playing chess. We got to look at what moves. Chess sometimes take a long time to make a move, because you got to see, if I make this move, what will happen? If I make that move, what will happen? Sometimes we trying to have fun and enjoy stuff and everything. It ain't time to have fun. I'm sorry. We ain't made it out yet, y'all. They threw a false party. They threw a false party. We ain't made it out yet. We still got a little bit walking to go. So right now, sometimes we're gonna have to sit in our houses and not enjoy the clubs and stuff, because we gotta read, and we gotta read to our children and stuff. Or we might gotta read something we don't want to read. We gotta learn something we don't want to learn. The government. We ain't want to be strippers and hoes and thoughts, but yet the government pushed that on us. Now we got to learn how we going, the Senate, who runs the Senate, who this and that. We got to do something. But when they say, where's the black people this time? The black people are over there contemplating a new move. They ain't in the streets no more. Where they at? They on these things called territories. They all done bought land. So they over there eating and drinking and talking. But we can't go because they own the land and they blocked us out like they do them. Like they do us. I told you I'm going to do my little documentary. That's why I appreciate your donations and stuff. Because I want you to see stuff that you probably, and I know some people see it, but there is stuff that people you don't see. Soon as you go to their neighborhoods, they got guards and stuff in their own police. That's why you got these militants. Who is these crazy militants that's showing up? Who is that little crazy real estate boy who showed up with his gun? When we get our own lands, it's our property. We put up a gate. We don't have to call the police because we don't need you there. But we have to have wisdom people in each territory that is going to see, that we're going to talk to. You know, we need to, that's going to talk to us and bring us together in the right way. Like if you over here and they doing like usually with the march or the riots, instead of going to do a riot and yell, take some of that energy and let's do something else. And let's talk about how we're going to put this next person in that same community up to be the commissioner or the city manager or the chief of police. Because you know, the chief of police, you got to see who is the boss of the chief of police. That's the position we need to get. Because when the chief of police that we put in there don't do it, then the boss fires them, right? We got to start doing our homework. We got to start looking at the chessboard and seeing where the hell we at on this motherfucker. Excuse me. Like what position are you in? HG1? Well, you know, I don't know the letters, but I know how to play chess a little bit. You got to see what we got to start. We got to like wake up and look around. Where you at? We've been on a mat sleeping. We waking up. We in the middle of the water. We got to see where's our enemy at? What piece is our enemy getting ready to play right now? See, they always know what piece we get ready to play. They getting ready to riot. They're going to go on this street. We're going to go here. We're going to have the shields. They're going to yell. As soon as they yell, spray them, this and that. We're going to have the Proud Boys undercover go bust up some stuff. We'll blame the black people that'll help our white supremacy. You'll have some jobs the next couple of years because we're ignorant. They're making the same moves. Checkmate. Well, man, I told y'all can email me. I'm getting some stuff together. It's gonna take a while because we gotta look at where we can buy land. And like I said, when I do it again, when I do my GoFundMe again, and that's for the people when we donate, I'm not that. My thing is to see us buy some land, or if you say, hey, if we got to GoFundMe or crowdfund, I said GoFundMe. I'm trying to see what's the wisest thing because we need to start pricing land. If people know land, email me. Let's get the land. Let's see how much we can raise. Let's buy it. Then let's put some like aquaponics on there. I don't know if y'all know about aquaponics and hydroponics. Aquaponics is where you can grow food in desert areas. I don't see why they're allowing Africa to starve so much when there's technology that helps and all it takes is water. You can grow food quicker with aquaponics than you can ever do in the dirt. We could apply the land, grow aquaponic food and stuff. A lot of people say, oh, I don't like aquaponics, it's fish, this and that, because the way it's set up. Girl, honey, you eating poison every day anyway. The way it's fertilized is through like you have fish. But at the end of the day, there is so much that we can be doing. It's so much we could be talking about. We need to be speaking it into the universe, what we're doing. Hey, this plot of land costs this. This is going to be the aquaponics. We're going to grow strawberries, grapes, and here. This is aquaponics. This is the territory over here in Texas. We're going to have the crabs. We're going to grow the grapes, the lemons. And then when it's time for black people to go shopping, F Walmart, F Winn-Dixie, F all of these places, we have an online black grocery store. But it's going to take us all to do it. I know a lot of black people, I give out ideas and stuff, and I've seen people take them and go, but that's them. But this is what my goal is. No, I haven't. Somebody said, have I heard Grandmaster's J layout? No, I'm going to, I would like to. Where would I guess I have to look up. I want to know his plan. But that's the mind we have to get. Because when we got something to eat, we ain't got to go to them. We might miss going out to eat in their little restaurants and stuff. But if we get to the places, we can build the restaurants the way we want and make ourselves comfortable. We won't get put out for being us. We can have our own standards, bump their double standards. But if we don't start now, where are we going to ever get there? That's right. Land is getting ready to get cheap. Do what they do. They wait till the land gets cheap and then they hold it. And they buy up all this land and hold it. That's why you'll see the same building sitting there dilapidated. You'll see the same lot sitting there empty. You'll see all this stuff. Because they own it and hold it because they want y'all to destroy y'all communities. So then they come in there and then they gentrify it. And now when you go down the block, it don't look the same. It look pretty, but that ain't you. It don't have your culture involved. You get to visit, but you don't get to be part of it. Then you get discriminated. And then them same places, they get to call Billy and Becky and Karen with the telephone. It's like we're out in front of a prey that they don't want to admit that they prey upon us. So we have to be smart. I don't feel like I'm too old to fight now. I want to be sitting right now. If we have food, some people like drink. If we have food, good music, we can entertain ourselves. We are the people with music. We can make our own clothes. We are the people who style them. We are everything that they walk around trying to be. But it's time to walk away. Now, when we build our mall and they want to come in, we come with our standards. because of our protection. We might say, hey, you're allowed to come here, but no, we can't hire y'all in this position in so many hundreds of years because what we have experienced through there. We have an excuse to separate and build our own. Not saying they can't do business with us, but this is our positions because we have been forever being left out, from slavery to Jim Crow to y'all burning down our towns and cities, to you culture appropriating everything, to stealing our ideas. It's written that we know y'all stole the ideas, but everybody walks around and nobody's giving back the money to the black neighborhoods. Everybody that uses black people stuff needs to have a black tax. They want to know where reparations come from. Start taxing everybody that is not black, that's using black music, the music directors. How is everybody getting more money than the people? But we got to start small. If we can start being the number one lemon producer, we can buy from a black lemon producer. We can get that aquaponics. We can get a piece of land and we just grow damn lemons off that land till we make money. You see what I'm saying? We got to start from where we at. But we got to start. We can't separate boo yet until we get some money. And we got to be smart. We ain't got to waste all this time rioting. We got to take that same energy and be looking up. Every time they make me mad, I look more and more. I study more and more. We got to start redirecting this energy. That's what the ancestors are saying. If we really going to get out of here, and y'all really, but we got to start being smart. And when I looked, and our ancestors said, see, that's a trick. When that white boy was shooting them people at that thing, and I seen all the white people raise money for him, nah, it's over. We got to do what the ancestors, the jobs that I have had in the past have allowed me to see some stuff from being from the hood. And I'm here now. I've been allowed to see some stuff, and now I see why I see it and seen it and experienced it. So we got to start doing something for ourselves, and we got to start giving ourselves a break. We can't be so mad with each other. We don't care about each other no more. We every time we're mad with each other, just know white people doing 100 times worse to us than we can ever do to each other. The worst we can do is take another black life. We can fight. We're going to fight. Animals fight. My family used to love to fight. They were like, I'm going to whoop your ass now. We'll be friends later, but we going to fight. We people. We got to stop looking to be perfect, and we got to deal with what we got and admit what we are and who we are. But we got to learn that when we fight, that is not to the death. When we get mad, that don't mean I got to just get out. Let's find ways to work out our problems. But it's going to take what we're doing now, waking up. But like I said, what I want to do is I'm doing some studying. So forgive me. Y'all stick with me going in and off and on. I don't even know when my internet going to be out and back on. We got to call. But I'm setting up some stuff, and I hope y'all for real about what you say, because it's a way that we can do stuff, people. We don't have to do it their way. We don't have to do this. It just takes some land and some unity and don't expect nothing. Don't expect to, if we go to this land and we if we raise something, we can celebrate. You know how we do as black folks. Do y'all not all get together and eat food, cook, you stretch? Yeah, they don't want us to leave because we are their survival boots. We they boots. But that's what's going to hurt them. All that yelling, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives. No, they don't give a damn. They watch you scream and watch. They cut babies out of black women's stomachs and ate ice cream and watch their kids and put it on postcard. These people don't care. You got to play chess and stop playing checkers. Chess means we start buying land and start producing something from it so that we can have some money. Because the thing is, as black people, we're always waiting for donations, and we do need it, but we got to start having something producing. That's like I told y'all before. That's why I was trying to buy a town. So I paid a lottery. I said, if I ever get the money, I'm buying a town. I've been doing this for years. I want to buy a town. So when we get the town, I'll show you what to do with it. We start making ourselves mayors and lawyers and the police. We start growing food. We start teaching our children. Then we take that town, we replicate it. If we got a little space, then we build up like New York did. But we gotta start. We can use old buildings and turn old buildings into farm, into strawberry patches and grow something in it. We can start making our neighborhoods look. We gotta care about what we do. We gotta walk out the door and care about what, even though the neighborhoods ain't ours right now, we gotta care. We gotta get back to that point. If we don't, they want us to die. They don't want us to wise up. They don't want us to get along. So again, y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. I'm gonna be out of here. I'll be back on again this week. I'll probably be back on Saturday, because that way it'll give me, or do I have to work Saturday? But I will be back. Like I said, I'm gonna post. I thank y'all followers. Thank you for your support. I'll post when I'm going back on live, and my moderators, like I said, some of my moderators email me straight no chaser with the queen@gmail.com, and then I'll let y'all know my schedule, and then I'm gonna post it. Y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. Melanated people, what I always say, we are all we got, people. Be blessed.